Hello and welcome to AlphaLets. In this short video, I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to get set up so that you can start seeing immediate value. So in about 10 minutes, you'll be able to track your rents, automate emails, and even start earning commission on our utilities platform. So first thing to do is log in, put in the property name, and then put in the property address. And as you start typing, our global address book will look and find and match the appropriate property. Put in the property type, specify whether it's a single unit or a multi-unit like an HMO. And then we have some optional fields down the bottom as well, like putting in the size of the property, how many bedrooms it's got and bathrooms and so on. You can put in a short description and you can even add a cover image. Go ahead and save, and we've now added our first property. And along the top, you can add documents and notes and reminders and all sorts of other stuff that we cover in other videos as well. Next thing to do is add a tenant. So click on the left-hand menu, click on Add Tenants. We only need the first name and the last name to set it up. All these other fields are optional and they can be added later. And you can even add an image in here as well. We've now added this tenant who is currently sitting as a prospective tenant because we haven't linked them to a property yet. And there's lots of information you can add in here, like bank details, employment details, previous address, and so on. Now, if you use a letting agent, we would add them as a supplier. So click on the left-hand side, start typing in the name of the supplier, and here it is. It's found it straight away. And we pull in automatically the web address, the phone numbers, even the Google reviews will be pulled in. And if you want to link contacts, like if you have lots of contacts for the same supplier, you can link them all together. Now we're going to add the tenancy agreement. So I go back to the property. I can see this one is empty, vacant. We call it a lease, add a lease, but we're talking about a tenancy agreement. And when I select the primary tenant, because we've already added the tenant in, they're showing in the drop-down list. And that's why we recommend to add the tenant and the letting agent or your property manager first, and then it'll show in the drop-downs. Then just follow the prompts. And if you have a letting agent that takes a monthly fee, then put it in here, and then the payee will show up because we already added in a supplier. And then you can add all these other fields as well. So if you want to invite your tenant to sign up to utilities, just put the details in here. And when I save this lease in a moment, it will automatically send an email and a text message to the tenant. You can also set up automated emails to remind them that the rent is due. You can add your documents. And now when I click save, the tenancy is now set up. They'll get automated emails, and we've invited them to apply for utilities. So now let's connect the bank. And when we connect the bank, we can pull in up to 2 years worth of transactions in one go. So I'm going to scroll down here, click on bank accounts, and add a bank feed. There are thousands of different banks and credit cards and building societies that we connect to. So just follow the prompts, allow the system to connect. And if you don't see your particular bank in the drop-down, then just type it in. I'm going to go back to Barclays and use it for this particular example. And when I click continue, it'll take me to my Barclays online banking page. So I just log in as normal. And then I select the accounts that I want to link. This is just demo data, but if this were my real accounts, I would select the accounts that I wanted to connect. I accept the terms, and then I hit continue. And now all those transactions are starting to get synced up to the system. I can then click on the update button at the top here, and all the transactions for all of the connected accounts will now be automatically pulled in. Now I can start searching for the rent payment. So if I put in the rent that I'm looking for, I see the system has found them. Or another way to do it is to click on the rent payment on the left here and do a find and match, and the system will find them all for you. Then I want to reconcile all the payments. So I pick the property that I want to match these payments against. You have an option of the different tenancy agreements as well, but I only have one in, so I'm going to click on OK. It's found all the payments, If you do have any duplicates, like if you've already entered them manually or already reconciled them, then the system will alert you to that. And then you can just complete them all here. And if you do make an error, you can always undo them. Like if you wanted to match a rent to a different month, we give you those options as well, as long as the rent hasn't already been matched to a different month, obviously. And then click on confirm. And I'm going to save all those rents. And now all those rents have been moved into the category button here at the top. And I can see they've all been categorized £500 per month against that particular property. And if I go into the property page, I can now see a little bank icon next to each payment. And that tells me that those payments have been reconciled directly from the bank. If I make an error, I can always undo it. And if there isn't a bank icon next to a payment, that means I've manually reconciled it rather than pulling it in directly from the bank. So we give you both options. So now within 10 minutes, we've set up our property, our tenant, we've added the tenancy agreement, we've sent utilities to the tenant to invite them to apply, and your dashboard will start looking like this. And remember, once you've got your system set up, you can get at your information from any type of device, whether it's your laptop, your desktop, and even your mobile. And everything gets seamlessly synced up across all your devices with access from anywhere. And there's so much more we can do with AlphaLets too, like creating reports and statements and extra reminders. And of course, you'll be able to store all your information digitally. If you have any questions, just drop us a line at info@alphalets.com. And remember to subscribe to our social media channels so we can keep you updated as the updates come out. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope you really enjoy using your new AlphaLets account.